Hello and welcome back. It's the final week of our Simple September reset, so week 4, and it's all about honouring your future self, taking charge of your future self, kicking all those cliches about being over 50, 60, 70 to the curb, and really going after your very best life, whatever age or stage you are in. Let's jump straight into this last week of September, out of our comfort zones and into something so much better. Now, just like the other weeks, I've got a PDF that you can download from down in the description, and it goes through my 7 things to do on 7 days, but really it's just an overview of a way to look after the future you. Wednesday, this is the big one, and it's going to set you up for the rest of your life. And that is to take all of those cliches and negative attitudes and stereotypes about getting older and take them out of your head and just dump them in the trash where they belong. And resist ageism wherever you find it. And I don't mean aggressively, I don't mean you have to get out a placard, but at least start to notice it and resist it. In the same way that we rejected and resisted racism, we continue to do this, and sexism and all the other isms out there where people get smushed up and put in a bucket and told that they're all the same because they are something, a colour, a gender, a particular religion, whatever, and everybody gets treated in the same way, and it's certainly done to people as we get older. So the first step to this, and it is a really important one, is to just simply set up a little mental alarm so that you notice how ageism has crept into the media, to marketing, to healthcare, to lifestyle, to the words that are used about getting older. Just notice them. Don't have to do much yet, just put them in here and notice them. And Thursday, this is about embracing your health span, not your lifespan, but your health span, the time when you spend as vital, strong, healthy people. And this is getting longer and longer and longer. The middle age is in fact extending by decades already and is expected to keep going to some extent over the next 30 and 40 years. Now, this might require you to change some of your own perceptions. It may require you to find a primary healthcare person who supports this approach, because I'm afraid our healthcare system has medicalised getting older. And there are assumptions about what we will need and what will happen to us as we get old. For example, I know that there are people who have been labelled as having early dementia and these sorts of things, whereas in fact they were suffering from depression from the loss of a partner and this type of thing. They'd gone through a major life issue and they were in fact depressed. But the assumption can be that depression can cause things like memory loss, confusion, all of those things can happen with depression. But when they are exhibited in an older person, beginning of dementia. If you treat the depression, in some cases, treating the depression completely reverses the symptoms that were deemed to have been to do with dementia. Now, and I don't just mean treating with medication, I mean treating with encouragement and support and good counselling and all of those, the whole package, so that the person can be got back to being healthy again and not being labelled as somebody who is on that slippery slope. It's a very much something that where you need it, you take the necessary medical care that we all need. And you know me, I'm ultra conservative, so I'm never for a moment saying please don't, but I am saying be an informed consumer, ask excellent questions. Friday, words are powerful. Words are really powerful. So what words do you want to use to describe yourself? I was talking to a friend about this, and she said, I wrote down retired the other day. And I want to scream, no, you are a poet. She is an amazing writer. And no, you are not retired. You have simply stopped doing that primary job, and now you're doing something else. But don't diminish yourself with labels. So next time, there's a form you have to fill out, and it says occupation. Put down your primary passion, the thing you love to do most. Saturday, get busy nurturing your sense of purpose. This is, when they do the research, this is a major contributor to having a happy and fulfilling life at any age, but particularly as we get older and collect a few trips around the sun. It's so powerful that the lack of a sense of purpose has been correlated strongly with the things that are deemed to be normal about aging. Memory loss and loss of, energy and enthusiasm, all of those things that people go, oh, they're getting old, whatever. No, they just don't have a sense of purpose. So find that juice, get out there, search for it, whatever it is. Now, I don't think it has to be giant. It can be bird watching. It can be a contribution to make to helping to raise your grandkids and giving your kids a hand. It can be that you work in the community. It can be that you work on your art, or you start a second business. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small. It has to be something that you have a little bit of passion for, but certainly a purposeful life. It's Sunday. Get uncomfortable. Stepping out of your comfort zone. This is about seeking out novelty. Novelty is another one of those things that will contribute to looking after the future you, to give you some juice for your life. Novelty is amazing. It can be as little as going to a different coffee shop for your morning coffee. It can be as big as going on a travel adventure or starting a business. It can be reading a book by an author that you thought, I probably didn't like, but everybody else seems to like them, so I'll try. A bit of novelty. It's more about just embracing things that are different for you. Keeping an open mind. Step out of your comfort zone, whether it be opinions or places or activities or people or books and films. Just step out of your comfort zone. Doesn't have to be far. It can be a baby step. You know me, I love baby steps. Monday, nurture your friendships. Forget the bread. Friendships are the staff of life. Now, it used to be taught in psychology that as we age, we reduce our friendship circles. They come right down, a whole social circle thing. And yes, that's true to a degree, but I think it's also changing a lot at the moment in particular. And it doesn't mean that you will always keep your old friends, and it doesn't mean that you will easily make new ones, but it does keep the possibility open for these things. I keep making new friends and I enjoy it, and I'm very grateful for my friends, and I love my old friends, and I've got the friends that I've pushed prams with, and there's nothing better than that, and the friends that I've had since high school and friends that I've had since university, and hell, I've even got friends who are old boyfriends, and it's great to have that breadth of old friends. And you change and they change, and some will slip away, and that's just the nature of life. But it doesn't mean you can't add more and value those just as much, and make sure that you keep them alive and keep them fresh by adding novelty to it, by making sure that you do things together, that you go out of your way to check on them, to call out to them, as it were, to give them a wave, to support them. And I think that's so important. Work on them. They don't happen. You've got to put work into your friendships to keep them vital and alive, and it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Friends, they're the staff of life. Tuesday, look forward and cheer on your future self. No one does well swimming in regrets that you've accumulated from the past, and quite honestly, you don't do well if you're looking backwards at past glories either. This is the time to get clear about what you want to be doing in the next decades of your life, and go forward into it with a positive and productive attitude that will carry you through this extended middle age where we are healthy and vital, and we basically can have a great best life ever. Well, that's it. That's the end of our simple September reset. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, subscribe, of course, always. And don't forget, you can download the PDF. It's down here in the description. And I'll be back with more. I'm not sure what yet. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you want for the October. Wow, October, can you believe it? Anyway, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Bye.